Hi, my name is Theo. He is Ruby. This little guy here is Aster. And this is Coding Cuy. In the first place, we are going to run a classic update. With this, we are going to retrieve the last packages from Ubuntu. Next, we are going to require GPG and curl. GPG is for the encryption of the installed code from Docker. And curl is a command line tool that lets you get data from different protocols, for example HTTP or HTTPS. Next, I will clear here to proceed to install. First, install the keyrings, and then we will require Docker for Ubuntu using curl. Next, in this command, we are decrypting the keyrings. In this case, it says that the file already exists because I have installed Docker before. Do not worry about this. For next step, the installation itself, I will copy the code from Docker Install because it's really long and difficult to type. Now that this repo is added to the code, we should proceed to update again. Now we will proceed to the installation of Docksal C itself. Docker can manage containers. Containers can have code and all the required dependencies that they demand. With this, you can share this code between different environments, different operating systems. In this case, for testing it, we are running hello world with the sudo. But in next step, I will add my user to the Docker group. Our installation has already created the Docker user group. Now we should add our user to the user group of Docker. This will allow us to run Docker commands without sudo. Next, we'll need to log out in order to confirm the changes. Without logging out, your user will not be added to Docker and you will not be able to follow next steps. Then, in order to change the Apache ports, we are going to open the ports conf from Apache. Then we will replace 80 with the number you prefer. I prefer 3001 for the Apache port. Then you need to restart the Apache 2 service. And we are able to install our Docksal, which is our main purpose of this video. Some advantages of use Docksal are, I think the updates from Docksal are more frequent than Lando updates, but they are pretty similar. Both of them are really good. You can choose between them, Lando or Docksal. This install takes a lot because it has to build some of the containers it uses. So let's prepare some coffee. Okay, now that we have Docksal installed, we are going to create Drupal 10 project. You should go to the folder where you're going to store all your projects. In my case, it's projects. And then I will run theme project create. I will name the project. And then I will choose Drupal 10 Composer version. And then this takes too much again, because this is going to download many of the requirements from Drupal. All the third-party projects that it uses. Now, when Docksal finished creating the Drupal environment, you can access the environment. This is how the home page looks. It says Drupal 9, but it's Drupal 10 in this case. Now, in order to log in, we are going to use Drush ULI, which means login. This will let us access as admin, and you can change the password in case you want to keep this admin user or create another user. Drush is a command line tool very useful for Drupal handle. You can do stuff like import configurations, clear the cache, create users, a lot of stuff. I'm going to teach you how to do this kind of stuff later in the lessons.